Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let me tell you something. Chapter 1150 was insane. Might have been the best chapter in Elbaf outside of Mirror Piece, okay? Because for a couple of reasons. One, it shows you. It gives us an answer, but it also gave us more questions. As of per Oda of One Piece, okay? We getting demons in here, okay? We seeing Emu being Emu. We finally see Emu making a move out here. Everything is in disarray when she got there, okay? Also, Luffy may not be powerful enough to stop Emu, bro. I'm not gonna hold you. We definitely gonna get a time skip after this. So before I start, like, comment, subscribe, and share. I really appreciate it. Please support the channel. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get to 1,000 subs by the end of this year. I'm halfway there, but I can't do it without you guys. So help me out. Now, let's go over the evidence real quick, okay? So, in this chapter, well, at the start of last chapter, 1149, Emu has possessed GUNKO. I am dubbing her now Emunko. That is her name for the rest of this story up until she goes back to base form. She will be Emunko, okay? She lets out this haki in the first 2 pages. You see how she looks, but I'm gonna get to that. I'm gonna get to that in a little bit. She releases this haki, not as powerful as Joyboy's when we saw in Egghead, but powerful enough to where it's knocking out some of the giants. And of course, some of the kids too. You know what I'm saying? Things is getting real. And then you see Emunko with the whole pitchfork and the wings with the tail looking like a whole devil. And I think this actually confirms that, yes, Emu is if she's not she is the big devil. Okay? That is what Emu is. And maybe what we see when we see an Emu in Mary Joa, maybe that is an actual Vessel. Maybe she has 2 vessels. I'm gonna get to that later. Now you get Dory and Broggy running up on her. Broggy grabs her real tight, and he's like, "Yo, I want answers. Where did y'all come from? How many of them are you? What happened to the kids?" And at this point, Emunko conjures up a spell book, literally out of Mashley, okay, or Black Clover or Harry Potter or something, and she conjures up a Glock and a dagger. She stabs Broggy with it, and then she shoots this man whole arm off. Okay, this is crazy for a couple of things because one, giants are extremely strong, more powerful than a regular human, okay? And the size of a giant, especially Dory and Broggy, they're big giants. You know what I'm saying? Not like Loki size, but big enough. You know what I mean? And she was able to shoot that off with that shotgun. And the thing looked custom made too, like custom made from I don't know, like a celestial custom made pistol. And again, she's using dark magic. This also might be an indication that Emu has weapons that can override a person's will, aka haki. Probably armament haki. So you know how Luffy or other characters who have armament haki will, protect themselves from bullets and stuff like that. How Luffy does. So I think Emu has weapons that override that. So no matter how strong a person is, will-wise or haki-wise, she can override it with these weapons. I think that's what they are. But I could be wrong. Absolutely wrong. After this, Emu does what's called a Dami Reversi, which in turn turns Dory and Broggy into these gigantic demon-fied monsters, okay? Mind you, Broggy was able to use his severed hand and attach it. Not fully reattached it, but attach it enough to where he can use it as an arm. So now he's undead and his stats are boosted. more stronger, more powerful as a demon, okay? And it seemed like to me it was a contract. So it's crazy that IMU can literally make a contract with people and turn them into demons. So Dory is also transformed, as well as like 4 other giants, and they are wreaking havoc along with Killingham's nightmares too. So it's like pandemonium right now. Like IMU just came in and just said, "Yo, I'm taking over everything. They're gonna be ours." Because IMU wants the giants on their side, and now she's like, "All right, well, I'm gonna force you now." Because we got things happening in Marijoa. It's crazy right now. So I need everybody to just gear up, okay? And it's crazy because IMU's only been here 1 chapter. And she has systematically taken over all of Elbaf. And she just dominated the whole Giants almost. Because remember, we got Luffy, Loki, Sanji, and Zoro and Hardware. We got the big guys down in the underground level 2. And Gabon is also there, and Chopper is going after Gabon. So it's going to be crazy these next couple of chapters, y'all. But I want to talk about really quick how powerful IMU is at this point. And I also have a theory about GUNKO as well. GUNKO seems to be very different from Somers and Killingham. Even Shamrock to a degree. It seems like she is the only one to be fully overtaken by IMU. And I have a theory. I think GUNKO, who has the Arrow no Mi, I think the Arrow no Mi is what the Nika fruit is to Luffy. So I think GUNKO is the Luffy of the devil side. I think that's what's going on here. And I think GUNKO is able to, how do you say it, awaken her ability. I think the demon clad thing, I think that's her awakened state. That's what I'm thinking. And if that's the case, that's kind of crazy because it would make sense. Because remember, she has beef with Nika and we don't know why. So maybe that's why she has that beef. And maybe that's why IMU is fully able to take, why GUNKO is able to transform into that or be fully possessed by IMU. Because it seems like even Somers and Killingham, they're not able to do that. And maybe by extension, Shamrock as well. GUNKO is the antithesis of Luffy in every way. Just like how IMU is to Joyboy. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what's going on here. And if that is, that's kind of unprecedented. Because I never would have thought Oda would kind of go this way to do it like that. You know what I mean? Now, here comes the problem. When Luffy and the others come up, what are they going to do? Gabon, you could probably see something. But with Luffy, he's nowhere near powerful enough to take on IMU. I'm going to tell you that right now. IMU can literally sit there and take over other people and make them way powerful too. Now, Luffy is not able to make other people Nika. We've seen Bonnie become Nika, but that's the course of her power. And it would have to be in addition to her power to make somebody else Nika. I don't know if they're going to do it like that. I don't know. But Luffy himself cannot make anybody like Nika. You know what I'm saying? So this is going to be a very big problem. And it's crazy because IMU is out here making people like Lucius did in Black Clover. If you know, you know, right? So what do you guys think about this? Do you agree with my theory? Do you disagree with it? Do you think Luffy has a chance of fighting IMU and or defeating IMU? Or Imuko, as you will. Let me know in the comments down below. And guys, I'll see you in the next one. Later, y'all.